This video is brought to you by Squarespace. From websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is your one-stop shop to building a beautiful online presence and running your business. Hello, and welcome back to GP2, and more specifically, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a very familiar spot. I present to you once again on the channel. It is YouTube Square, and I am churning a video. Today is actually a video with a very slight difference, only a very slight difference. Today is not my new car, it is a new car for that of my business partner. His name is Aaron. He's been on the channel before. I can see him over there, he's grinning at me already. And he is now gesticulating, which I'm not going to repeat. However, Aaron has been on the channel. He's my business partner of many years, and we'll get on to kind of business arrangements with one another. But he's a good friend, business partner, and I talk to him almost on a daily basis, unfortunately for him. So he's got a new car. I'm very excited for him. And it's actually a very interesting car. It's a car that's very close to my heart, given what I've just bought recently. So without further waffle, ladies and gentlemen, I'm probably going, how am I going to do this? I'm going to show you the car, and then, because if I turn it around and show Aaron, actually no, I can do this, because the car, we're going to show you Aaron first. Aaron! What's going on?
I'm good, how are you? Elbows?
Yeah. A quick disclaimer at this point. This is the point at which, I don't know whether London's in lockdown by the point you're watching this video, but as with all of my videos recently, I'm kind of getting an inkling that perhaps things will get tightened up and people will stop being allowed out of their house. I don't want you thinking that I've left my house and I'm breaking some sort of curfew. Not Aaron here. We're not locked down or anything like that. It's nowhere near that stage, so...
This is still legal?
This is still legal. Please don't have a go at us, okay? Well, I have to swivel around you here because I haven't shown the car yet. Are you excited?
Very.
How long have you had the car?
11 days.
11 days. Very good, very good. Okay, I'm going to reveal it now and there's going to be some music, I hope, if I've edited this properly. Click your fingers and we'll show the car. Okay then, Aaron.
Tom.
Lovely. So we're going to talk about the car then. The car is here. Do you want to just take us around it? Because I'm just going to have a little sip on this.
Yeah.
You're going to talk us through what it is, why it is, and why I love it.
Yeah.
I want your enthusiasm to come across, okay?
Yeah, okay.
So can we try and be enthusiastic?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Excellent. I'm actually excited. I'm very, very pleased for you, Aaron.
There's nothing else going on. So
very nice. Well, there is very little going on at this point. All right, go. You're in the hot seat. You might need to speak up, this camera's rubbish.
So here we have a Mini Cooper, John Cooper Works GP2, Gen 2.
Yes, Aaron.
It's in standard colour.
What colour is that? I'm testing your knowledge here.
Some sort of grey.
I think this might be Thunder Grey. I called the other one, oh, mine's over there by the way.
Actually one of a kind, even though it is a GP. It's the only 264 there is.
So you have number 264, and actually interestingly, well, we'll get on to the differences, but they no longer number it on the roof of the new one. Aaron.
The only 264.
So this is the Gen 2. Let's just do some basics first. Yeah. So there's a Gen 1, which was the supercharged variant. Correct. Was that 1.6? Yep. Supercharged unit. Correct. Putting out, what was it per brake horsepower, Aaron?
It's 200.
Around 200, 220, thereabouts, right? And that was the R53 type variant, yeah?
Correct, yeah.
And this is the
R56.
R56?
Also 1.6.
It's a 1.6. Is this the Peugeot engine one?
Don't know.
No, I think it is. So this I think is a Peugeot derived 1.6 litre.
Yeah, it's turbocharged.
Yes.
That's good. It's 215 horsepower.
215
Standard.
horsepower. Ooh.
Currently nothing's been done to it, so it is 215 horsepower.
It's not tuned at all yet. We might get on some tuning stuff.
Yes, maybe. It's run, I think 0 to 66 seconds, which doesn't seem that quick, but
no, when you compare,
weighs 1.1 tons. You can feel it feels quick.
It's good fun.
And assuming you've seen the previous car, this hasn't really replaced the GT4. I know this is controversial, but they drive quite similar.
So your car history then, we'll get into that, but you've had some nice bits, and this is latest in actually a fair few cars, to be honest. So do you know what, I'm getting a little bit cold, so let's jump in, we'll go for a little drive, and we'll explain what we do in business as well. Or what we don't do in business anymore, as the case may be. Yes. And also discuss the current economic situation, because there's quite a lot going on, and we're going to use this as a vessel to sit in and actually talk about that as well.
If I fit in the car.
I'm amazed you fit in there. You are quite a big chap. Very good. Well, is my coffee allowed in there?
It is.
Okay, very good then. Let's jump in. Thank you for that. Right then, change of plan. Well, sort of change of plan. We are still going for a drive, but literally, it's still a new car. I don't know whether this is going to affect the title of the video, possibly not. Maybe the thumbnail, who knows at this point. Yeah. But Aaron has just got a text from someone at Watches of Switzerland, the same branch that I use. Watches of Switzerland just got in touch anyway. I don't know how much of that I just cut out because some of it got out of hand. They just got in touch and said there is a Submariner in stock. Would Aaron like it? And Aaron's been waiting for this watch for quite a long time, so yeah. Aaron, we're going to get a Rolex now apparently.
Yeah.
So anyway, before we get there, we're heading to Regent Street anyway. You don't know where you're going, so we're gonna put some in. I'm gonna be doing some directions as well. Yeah. So Aaron and I are in business in Emoji Fresh, primarily. Yeah. Emoji Fresh, the air freshener company. We've had to take it off because we've got GoPro in, ironically.
Design full.
Wear around your ear. We've been in business together for years. We've had clothing brand. We've done all sorts of stuff. I mean, I lose track. We're always up to something between the pair of us. There's always some sort of little ruse going on behind the scenes. So
and storage. You forgot storage.
Storage, yeah. How could I forget that? That's been kicked in the buttocks by Chinese steel supply. But we're back.
We'll be there.
We're back. So the storage update. If you don't know about storage, we've had to cut the back end of the site and stop taking orders because the supply chain is completely screwed. Anyone who's in any form of business whatsoever will know that at the moment things are, especially with the Chinese, they are, I think, getting more back on track, but I think Europe's about to kind of get sucked into this now as well. So the Chinese, where some of the steel was coming from, some of the parts and whatever, that's caused huge delays. It's now UK produced. We're actually migrating to UK production now as well, so we've got it all under hand.
The extent of that's potentially that still rises because it's harder to get it into the country. There's so many different variables and knock-on effects because of everything.
And what's interesting as well, it's actually taken everyone by surprise as well. So I don't care who you are, how good you are with the market, how good you are with economics, you didn't see this coming. You didn't see it in August, September last year, November actually. Someone clocked it on Facebook. There's a screenshot of someone.
But there's been many an illness, many an outbreak before in this.
We're going left.
And it's never been a pandemic like this, right? So
my advice would be, just getting completely off the topic anyway. My advice would be, unless you absolutely have to, don't chuck anything on the fire. Now is not the time to just be throwing things out willy-nilly if you've got a watch collection, unless you need it to pay your mortgage, or even not actually, because they're talking about doing mortgage holidays.
Yeah, but even the watches come back to that. Chrono 24, the prices have all gone up. There's no better time for people from outside of the UK to be buying assets in the UK because of the pound. Because
the pound's dipping, and as I say, I don't know when this is going out, what's going on with it. This might be out of date.
It's factual for one day anyway.
Yeah. The worst bet would be to just lob stuff on the fire, because this is going to be a sharp dip. As quickly as it comes in, it's going to go out again. That's my prediction anyway. So you don't want to be left in 6 months' time. We're going left here, boy. Lovely stuff.
Yes, boy.
You don't want to be left in 6 months' time thinking, shouldn't have flogged everything at a terrible price. Should have just held on to it because I didn't actually need the money. There are going to be a lot of economic measures coming in. I suspect rates will dip from 0.25 to 0.25 maybe soon. I don't know. They might do something. I don't know. That's rumblings. But yeah, there's a lot of measures, and we're talking about contingency loans to businesses as well, potentially interest-free for up to 6 months, which is chaos, and also mortgage holidays as well. We can take the left here, boy. You can take a break on your mortgage, and that's a pedestrian zone, so we definitely can't. Hell! Not even in these times where minor low-level crime is being ignored, we can do that.
Can we also just touch on the fact that we're going down Regent Street?
We're going down Regent Street in the middle of the day on a weekday, and it's just dead.
There's nobody here.
Again, we're not in lockdown, so don't have a go, all right? But I think this will be akin to kind of post-war boom once this is said and done. I don't think it will last, obviously, as long as the Second World War. Go left here, boy. But I think if you can hold your head, hold your nerve, not throw things on the fire that you don't need to, make some shrewd investments. Aston Martin, do you reckon they'll survive?
The question is, are they surviving anyway?
Well, China are picking it up, and China are buying loads of DVXs, so I think they'll be alright. We're going left here, lads. Lovely stuff. Yeah, uncertain times, and anyone that tells you they know what's going to happen is talking out of their buttocks, because nobody does. That's the whole point. But yeah, my advice would be, if you've got any spare cash, potentially chuck it at some stocks. I'm not going to tell you which ones to buy, because that is really irresponsible of me. And you actually don't want financial advice off me. Other than yeah, like my Rolexes and stuff, I'm just going to hold on to them.
I think they're all safe. These aren't safe.
I think this has taught a lot of people as well. Having what's called kind of like a portfolio income is so key, and this is what Aaron's been really good at as well over the past few years. You have got, for want of a better phrase, right here, fingers in pies.
Love pies, lad.
Yeah, you love pies and you love sticking your finger in them. Not now, move on, Billy. This has taught a lot of people in full-time roles or full-time professions, and I realise not everyone can do this and whatever, but it really is important to try and diversify and at least have something else that you can fall back on, or a secondary income, because at times like this people have lost their mainstay and that's it.
I think the extent of this,
thanks, parking boy,
without being negative, I think the extent of this isn't, it's not now, it's the aftermath and the knock-on effect and this and that.
Yeah,
I mean, just to relate, can I relate it to what I do, Tom, for a living?
Yeah, mate, people want to know, they want to know what you're doing, boy.
So we do digital marketing, social media, managing accounts and stuff like that, but we work with a lot of restaurants in and around London. Obviously, restaurants are currently, they're not closed at the moment. They've been told to sort of only offer a delivering service and pick up, and obviously they're not going to pay for promotion. No one's going to pay to promote closed premises, so it has a knock-on effect.
Absolutely.
And it's something to consider. There's a lot of people that are losing jobs. It's hard, but chin up.
It is temporary. We know that the virus affects people for 7 days. We're getting off topic.
But on the flip side, people are on their phones. They're sitting at home. They're watching YouTube videos like this.
They certainly are. That said, advertising is dipping from some brands. They're not putting as much into YouTube, the integration side of things.
Which I personally find a bit baffling.
Oh, it's mental. Some brands, I've been busier on some sides than a lot of other times, especially brands involved in things like secondary income, so things like Skillshare, Squarespace, I work with them quite a lot. They've actually, picked up the baton and they're like, well, people are at home and they're realising that if they knew how to build a website, if they knew how to start a second business, then they would be, they'd actually just spend this time focusing on that and they wouldn't be flapping as much, they'd still be spending, they'd be still propping up the economy. So,
and we've had some clients that are e-commerce focused businesses that now we want to spend more. So it swings and roundabouts. There'll be people benefiting from this. Obviously, there's
if you owned, what is it? Acroll Papers they listed. I don't know what their share price has done. I presume they've done well because people are just buying bog roll like tomorrow. But all the supermarkets they're doing pretty well. They've just been cleared out.
It's
demand's gone through the roof.
Yesterday people were queuing. Today no one's queuing, and no news has changed. It's the panicking and the flustering that people do doesn't help the situation.
The flapping's ridiculous. Right, we've gone off topic. Anyway, so you're in digital marketing. Aaron owns a firm called Sprout Me Media. Am I right? Am I wrong? Sprout Me Media. Got it right? Yeah, perfect. Yeah. I'll leave all the details below anyway. So they run kind of ads, digital campaigns, whatever you want for a brand to increase your social presence, increase conversions, dominate Google, all the kind of clever stuff that you need to do as a firm in this day and age to actually get by.
And also, if you guys are sitting at home and you are quiet and you want just to chat, no pitch, just I love this stuff. I'm passionate about it.
Twiddling his thumbs at the moment, so go and talk to him about his GP. Give him a call.
Yeah, not my gross per annum, my actual the car GP.
No, because that's we've all gone down to ground zero at that point. No, but you're enjoying the car anyway.
Yeah. It's honestly value for money. It's amazing. I know this is potentially.
So this was half.
Yeah.
Roughly. Yeah. Than my GP3, which I can't get my head round.
Just to touch on the car, because we haven't done any of that.
Nope.
This car's a 62 plate, which makes it 8 years old, I think. 8 years old, math is okay. One owner from new, which is amazing. And it wasn't a female, it was a male, but that's fine. The guy was a mini collector. It's done 19,000 miles. The car is immaculate. Really pleased with it. I fit in it as well. For those that know me, I'm not very small, but it's
legs everywhere.
Yeah, I'm still knees bent, arm stretch, but it's
always.
And you don't need any passengers because there's no seats.
I don't have any mates anyway. I work too hard to have friends, so to be honest, my GP3 is fine. Don't envisage even having anyone in the passenger seats.
But no, value for money, and obviously the plan was to do some summer trips in it. which may be deferred slightly.
We don't know. Towards the end of the summer, I think you'll be alright.
So, but yeah, great little car. So.
Phenomenal. So yeah, you paid just under 20k for this fresh little one. So if you do want a mini GP and you don't fancy spending 36, 37 grand,
buy 2 of these.
That's advice. There we go. And with rates so low, you can find one of these very, very cheap. I'll leave my finance guy's details below, but yeah, you can borrow the money for sod all. Residually, this will be sound. GP3 won't. So this will probably dip a couple of grand in 2 years. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I'm holding
but no, you'll be fine in this because they've been around this price forever.
Then again, what the guy said at Mini, obviously they haven't finished production of the GPs and the factory's now closed. So you've
been bought a bit of reprieve as well. So all the GP3 won't be hitting the market for quite some time, and they won't even dip for quite a while either. So good news all round on some counts, I guess. A very roundabout way of trying to put some positivity in there. It's not all doom and gloom.
No. And Tommy's good at that, guys, and that's not blown smoke, so to speak. He does always sort of see the positive and stuff.
There's always a positive in everything. Yeah. Always. Just you have to look a little bit more carefully for it sometimes. Yeah. At the moment, I've really been digging very deep to find some positives, but there are some in there. Again, if you get paid in dollars and euros, with the pound going to the toilet, you're more quids in. I get paid AdSense in dollars. AdSense has dipped slightly, but then the exchange rate meaning that, it means I'm kind of. It's nothing anyway, to be honest.
But again, it just comes back to knock-on effects of everything, and it's about how you deal with the problems. It's about the solutions to the problems, not the problems itself.
Yeah, keeping your head as well. Don't chuck stuff on the fire. Just don't do it, because that actually contributes to the problem. Everyone lobbing things onto the market. Supply and demand is perception. It's aggregate demand. A huge chunk of that is consumer confidence. So. Really, really bad economics lesson there, everyone. Really don't know what I'm talking about.
How many GCSEs do you have, Tom?
I got loads. I did all right. Actually, no, 2 Bs and like 9 As, something like that. It's all right. You'll have that.
Yeah, I would. Ironically, I'd actually do good GCSEs.
Did you?
Yeah, 1 A star, 3 As, and then the rest.
Wow,
C's.
you're cash.
No, I was good at the subjects I liked, and that's it.
Yeah. What did you get for A level?
I got a driving licence, and at that point...
Really? Yeah. Oh, you're chaos. Before I go then, I just want to bring to you a really great offer by Squarespace. I've worked with Squarespace a number of times before. Now is your chance to take advantage of Squarespace's offer. I'm going to go into that in a second, but I just want to touch on a few of the features with Squarespace that are really, really cool and make it super, super simple. The first of which is that you can manage your workflow effectively. What you can do is you can schedule posts to go live, and you can schedule content to go live. So you can backload a whole load of content, you can get a load of content done, and then you can time release that out automatically with the workflow tools on Squarespace. Another really cool feature is that you can set up subscriptions as well. You can set up monthly payments. So much like one of my own business, Crep Chief Notify, you can set up monthly payments to go out. That's really, really cool. Another feature I really like is the analytics aspect of it as well. You can go in and measure how many people hit the website, bounce rate, what their user traffic looks like, with the kind of journey through the site, what they're liking, what's popular, what's not popular, and really kind of tailor your website and tweak what you're doing going forward based on customer activity. That's a really important one, actually. You can also smash out email campaigns as well. They're really, really important with online business. Many of you already know that, but email campaigns are absolutely key, and there's templates where you can just bang the info in and get them all out. Really, really useful stuff. And the other thing as well, in this day and age particularly, and something that's good for me as well, so I'm all over social media, constantly updating something, you can integrate social media into your site as well, and it's made super, super simple with Squarespace. Now, as of the point this video goes live, head over to squarespace.com right now and use the link below to get 10% off your first purchase. Go and get in the mix. Anyway, I got 3 Bs.
That's a good effort.
Was it?
It's better than
you wouldn't be saying that if you saw my actual effort.
I have more CDs than HMV, and ironically they went into liquidation, so...
Idiot. Right, on that convoluted, irrelevant note, I don't even know what this video's been about at this point, but I'm just going to end it there. Thank you very much for watching. As I say, I'll leave a wire and stuff below. And if you want a GP and you don't want to spend 36 grand, I actually really, really like this car. So congrats, and hopefully we'll be doing some sort of hot hatch trips when the free movement of persons is slightly more encouraged.
Yes.
Okay, stay safe, look after yourselves, don't cough on each other, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.